Hey folks, Todd at Freedom Fighter Tactical. It is time for another Freedom Fighter Tactical status of business and inventory update. Let's get started right now. Hey folks, Todd at Freedom Fighter Tactical. I hope you all are having a great week. I did not do a video earlier this week because there really wasn't a lot to talk about and things are getting low. I've got a few things that there's a lot of pressure on. I'm trying to get restocked on. But one of my exciting pieces of news is, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed and hoping and praying it all works out, but I might just have a small supply of Meprolight ghost ring inserts coming very soon. I don't think I've had these in close to 2 years. The last time I got them, you guys wiped me out. I think I got several hundred pieces. I'm getting less than 30 pieces this time around. So if you're wanting Meprolight ghost ring inserts, I'm working on it. I don't have a ship date yet. I don't have an arrival date yet. Figuring out how to get these anymore is so difficult. The communication with the supplier right now has been very tricky and it's been prolonged. I mean, it's been months and finally getting to a part where I might actually have some coming in the UPS real soon. So Meprolight ghost ring inserts. By the way, if you're new here, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell so you're notified of future videos. Be sure to check out my 2 free video courses. The first one is buyyourm4.com. This helps you figure out what to buy as far as M4s go, what features to look for, what features to avoid, what your options are. And then buildyourm4.com is everything that I can help you with in building the gun, going through a rundown of all the stuff that we have at Freedom Fighter for you to trick out your gun, make it better, why you might want it, why it makes your gun better, what the part does, and that sort of a thing. So Buy Your M4 and buildyourm4.com are 2 of my resources. And then another resource I have is 922rparts.com. If you go to 922rparts.com, that simply takes you to my Learn the Laws page on 922R. I get a lot of people asking me 922R questions and they want to call me, they want to text me, and they want me to teach it to, or they email me, and they want me to teach it to them individually. And the problem with that is that if I have 15 to 20 people every day that want individual lessons on 922R, I spend my whole day doing it. So I don't do that. So after 18 years of talking about 922R, it is very clear to me the difference between people who have actually read the page several times over and are contacting me about a fine point and people who don't want to read it at all. They just want me to tell them. Well, the thing is, on my 922R page, if you're texting me or emailing me and you're asking me to tell you and teach you 922R, I've already typed it. I've already written it out and typed it on the page. So why would I ever want to write it out and type it again in a text or write it out and type it again in an email? So when you ask me a very basic question, hey, I need to know about 922R, what can you teach me? I'm just going to give you the link. And I do understand that can feel cold and impersonal, not personable to some people, but folks, I've worked over 18 years I've put into figuring out 922R, and that page is my resource. And if you're unwilling to read the page, why would I ever think you'd be willing to read the exact same thing from that page in a text or in an email? So I don't see any reason to duplicate that work. And then if you call me, some people say, well, I learn a little better when somebody tells it to me. Hey, perfect. On my 922R page, there's videos and I'm speaking and I teach you 922R. And it's everything that I could tell you on the telephone in a video. So it allows me to not have to talk about it all day long every day. So 922rparts.com, it tells you all the laws that you need to know, and it hot links you, which means you can click the link and it takes you straight to the part, but it hot links you to everything that I sell that is a 922R item. If it's not in that list, then it doesn't help you in 922R. And if it's not discussed on that webpage, it doesn't hurt you on 922R. So that page is a resource that is totally complete and accurate and ready to go. And 922rparts.com, check it out. And if you have, I invite questions that are fine points. You found something that's confusing you. You've read the page over several times. I can tell if you've done that too. I can tell if you've just glanced at it or if you've read it over and over again and you still can't figure it out. You know, there's all sorts of clues that tell me after all these years of doing it, I can tell who's put in the effort and who hasn't. And I do, before I start having 922R conversations on the phone, I expect to, you know, feel like you've put in the effort and you've really tried to figure it out. It's not hard to figure out. You have to read my page a couple times over. That's okay. But then you come to me and you something's kind of got you stumped. That's what I'm here for on the phone with 922R. I'm here to get you, you know, straightened out when you're stumped on something. So check out that page. It's a great resource. I want to help you out with it, and I've created that page to give you all the answers. I don't care what you've read elsewhere on the internet. I don't care that someone told you this or told you that. That page is accurate. I've written gun law books. I'm an attorney. I've prosecuted the laws. I've not prosecuted 922R, admittedly, but I've prosecuted before. I know how to read these things. I don't care what some clerk in a gun shop told you. I don't care what some gunsmith in a garage told you. I don't care what your buddies at the range told you. I don't care what the guys on the forum say. None of that matters, okay? I've been talking about this and studying it and thinking about it for 20 years. And it's an unfortunate reality that we have, but 922R is out there. The odds of a successful prosecution on it are probably close to zero. There are not, I mean, the odds of you being in trouble over it even, or even having somebody raise an eyebrow at you over it are probably, you probably have a better chance at hitting Powerball. However, the law is out there. It is a felony. Gun rights are subject to being lost if you are the test case or somebody out there. That's kind of the thing. Everybody says, well, no one's ever been prosecuted. How do you know? There's not a resource out there that tells you if anybody's been prosecuted on 922R. Nobody knows that. So, you know, there already might be a test case out there somewhere. So something to think about. I don't really care if you follow the law or not. I do prefer that my customers follow the law, but I don't pay any attention to what you're doing, what you're ordering. I don't even care. So you do what you want to do and make your decisions. You're an adult, you're handling firearms, so you're capable of making adult decisions. So, you know, I just don't, I'm indifferent to what you do. That's your business. So, the Meprolight Ghost Ring inserts, I hope to have them coming very, very soon. They're gonna go fast. I expect them to go fast. So I don't know what the price, I'm hung up now. I mean, I've been going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and I know, and this is the same company I've worked with in the past, and I know what the price used to be, but with tariffs and stuff, these things might be expensive. I'm sure that I'll take a beating for it online for the price being expensive if they're expensive, but you know, I have a DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which is a camera, and I bought one maybe a year and a half ago for, I think it was about 600 bucks, maybe a little bit over. And I went to buy another one recently, and they're over $1,000, and I couldn't believe it. And it took me a few minutes, but it was like, that's tariffs. That's tariffs doing that to that little camera. So a $400 increase on a $600 camera. So it might have been $650, so maybe not so bad, but I don't know if these are gonna be cheap. I don't know what the price is yet. So I'm waiting for her to quote me on the price so I know how many I can order, and we will get them here. And you will either buy them or you won't based on the price. It makes no difference to me. But we haven't had them in 2 or 3 years, so I'm excited to get them, and I'm sure that a few of you out there don't even care. You just want them on your gun, and you'll figure it out. Magazine tubes, the 2-round extension tubes are getting very low. You guys are wiping me out on those. Steel 7 in both the NP3 and the black, and even the titanium getting low. Oversized bolt release buttons, I haven't had any news on a restock of the parts I need to do that part, so those are getting low. Recoil tubes are getting low. My collapsible stocks, my OEM and my American made are getting low. You're buying the American made 3-to-1 against the OEM, so those are getting low. You know, we're kind of in this funky little period where some days it's like you guys are buying like it's COVID, and other days it's like no one's coming around. So, you know, it's just a matter of the news cycle hitting in the right way, and every day will be like COVID again. And because I kind of feel like we're on a teeter-totter and it doesn't really know where to settle. Is it hot or is it not? And with what went on in Spain and Portugal and Western Europe with the power outage, and we all know that was a test run for something, it doesn't pay to not be prepared. And I'm not talking about freedom fighter tactical gun parts, although that's a component of your preparedness, but food, water. There was a time when Trump was being elected, or Trump was running for office, and we were not sure who was gonna be elected. And then once he got elected, I was worried about getting to Inauguration Day. I was going to Costco and buying water every day. I was getting those big orange trolleys and filling it up with water. My garage was just filled with water in a huge section of it. And people thought I was crazy. And I haven't bought any in a while. We've been depleting it. And there's about half there from what was there before. There's about half the paper towels that I had back in January, about half the toilet paper I had back in January. I'm gonna be stocking up on these things again because of what I saw in Europe. And ammo. I haven't been aggressive with ammo the way I should be. I'm gonna start getting into ammo. I've got a few guns I wanna trick out. I've got some Springfield M1 rifles that need some hardware, trick them out a little better. They're stock, actually. My M1s are stock, so those need builds. So I'm thinking about things and putting it together. Depending on where the teeter-totter rests, I think that the tariffs are going to keep us in this situation for a while, and it makes getting materials tough. Most of our materials at Freedom Fighter are sourced in the United States, but just because I source them in the United States doesn't mean that their destination didn't start somewhere else. So that's, getting stuff is questionable, and having the materials to get things done. Prices are going through the roof on a lot of things. Nobody really knows what's happening next. So the best thing that you can do for yourself is make sure you have water, toilet paper, paper towel, make sure you have some food, make sure you have everything buttoned up. You've got your ammo, you've got your guns where you want them. Because if it stops in the panic mode stage, we're gonna run out of stuff. When we went into COVID, I didn't run out of stuff except for certain things. You guys cleaned me out of recoil tubes and magazine tubes really quick, but there were a lot of things that I had worked hard to build the inventory so that when push came to shove, I'd have enough for everyone. And I haven't had enough time since the COVID push, and COVID push was 4 years. I haven't had enough time to really amass the inventory. So think about that as you're doing your builds. If you haven't bought your gun yet, you need to get that squared away. I recommend getting your gun first. As much as I want you to buy parts from me, I want you to buy your gun first. Go out and shoot your gun a little bit. Go out and enjoy it. Test it out. See what you might need. See what you think that you like on your gun. Don't start buying. I love when people just buy, but I want you to buy for the right reasons. I like educated buyers. I want you to use the parts. I don't want them in a parts drawer. I want you to enjoy the parts. I don't want you to not like the parts. That doesn't mean I give personal guarantee satisfaction on my parts. When you break it out of the sealed bag, you own it. It's like shoes or shirt. You pop the tag and you own it. So you can look at the way I package my stuff. You can look at it. You can think about it. You can compare color and all that. But once you remove it from the sealed bag, you own it. But I want you happy with your purchases. I want a build for you that works for you. Like I said, I love selling parts, but what makes me the happiest is selling parts for guys who want the parts, who need the parts, who are going to use the parts, and who are going to love the parts, and who are going to love their gun more because they bought the parts that I sold them. So think about that. Take your time, call me on the phone, text me, whatever you want to do, get your answers, get your ducks in a row. I'm happy to help you in any way I can. Use my resources on the internet, buyyourm4.com, buildyourm4.com, 922rparts.com. That equips you with so much knowledge. You'll have more knowledge than just about anybody for any other gun. Guys going out and shopping for SIG handguns don't have that much knowledge. Guys going out and buying, Remington shotgun, they don't have that much. Nobody puts this stuff out there the way that I do. So it's there for you. It's free. And I have the phone number on the website, and I answer the phone pretty much every day of the year. I rarely have to call people back and by sending people to voicemail. So I'm always around. Make sure you call me, make sure you text me. I love texting. I can do that day or night and get you the answers that you need. So anyway, all you first responders out there in our communities, keeping our communities healthy and safe. whether you're in fire, medical, or police. Thank you so much for what you do. You're greatly appreciated. My prayers go out to you and your family, that everybody's well and healthy and you come home every night. All you servicemen and women out there doing the country's work, we greatly appreciate you. So long as all you people are doing it in a constitutional capacity and with respect to your neighbors and the people in your community. If you're acting like a jerk and you're acting with disregard of the Constitution, you know, go find something else to do. We don't want you out there. We'd rather you just go home and go get your paycheck from somewhere else, because that's all you're there for, if that's how you're behaving. Folks, that's all I've got for you today. Hope you have a great weekend coming up. You know where to find me. Take care and be safe.